Rock bicycles, toys on the treetop. When the wind blows, the rattle will rock. When the boat breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come Sap's toy, cradle and all.
Greetings, viewers. What you are about to see is a match between Yeii and myself. And if you don't know, Yeii is one of the top players on PC. And when I saw him, I was just trying to rank up. And when I saw his name appear, then I immediately wanted to record. But I didn't do the commentary at the time because I wanted to concentrate on the game. So I'm doing it now. What I was going to say about Yeii. Yeah, so when the match began, Yeii was, I think, about around 20, the number 20, and I was 25. And the squad I'm using in this game is kind of like the squad 8 you've seen before, but this would be more like 8.5, unfortunately, when I get back to... Okay, so yeah, because he started out with his turn. I got 2 smoke jumpers, which you'll see at some point. There you can see me trying to listen to his movements. To figure out what he's using. I wasn't not very successful. So I have 2 smoke jumpers and 1 medic. All of them have light plasma rifles, and then one of them also has 2 of them have scopes, and the medic obviously has the medic kit. And then I have 2 assaults who are holding alloy cannons and also have stims. So there are my charging units, and what I'm doing here is I'm just employing my usual positions. They're taking whenever I start on this side, I'm just trying to kind of move forward, and maybe I was just moving forward a bit too much as well because I was not taking the first turn. But I figured that since Train Yard is quite a big map, then you can still afford to dash forward and survive the next turn, which turned out to be more or less true. Okay, so the turn goes back to Yeii. I guess that's how you pronounce the name. And I think his troops are going to appear this turn. There's quite an unusual squad, which I tried using after encountering it. Okay, so this is the first thing I saw. And I was like, oh, does he really have... and it was successfully hitting me. Does he really have a cyber disc? I was like, nah, he's probably just scouting with that. And I was thinking like, oh, it's a very expensive scout, and there's a second very expensive scout. Oh, that one a bit better than the other one. I think then we see another unit should appear, maybe at some point now. Yes. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, there we are. So that's 2 drones and 1 thin man, who is, I think, he still has a move, doesn't he? Yeah. And that thing was in many ways what determined the outcome of this match, the poisoning he did right there. It's a quite a strange squad, and I tried to, as I said, I tried to use it, and that's the cyber disc, so then there was no more doubt that he was actually employing a cyber disc. I see cyber disc quite rarely in multiplayer matches. I see in the ranked ones, at least. I see them quite often in the unranked one where people are experimenting with them. And you need to try it really. It's quite hard to use it successfully, even though it has so much firepower on it. It is quite vulnerable because it's almost always visible. It gets the -20% on hitting because it's flying, but has no benefit from cover whatsoever. One thing I haven't really tried with Cyberdisc and could be interesting is using smoke to help it be more invincible. So you can see here I'm stimming up my my assaults because I would basically just counting the points, I saw most of the enemies I will encounter, and I figured that there are no more MC units, well, which is the only one, which is the sector commander, so I'm safe to engage stims. At this point I already have 1 person dead, killed by the cyber disc, and 2 others are still taking damage from the poison. And what are we doing here? We're smoking it. Alright, so that's smoked. And then I think I ran out of time units here or something like that. Skills. No, I think I didn't. So at this point he's leading in point-wise, because the unit he killed was, I think, was about 1300 points, and then one I took down was about 11. And he's trying to flank me, and then we also got this guy to worry about, but he basically already has done his share of damage. And then we see the rest of his squad, which isn't very isn't that original. It's just sectoid. I think there should be another sectoid somewhere out there. So that was lucky. And now I think no, it's still his turn. He's gonna hit one of the assaults. Yeah, obviously assault doesn't die, but it only is left with 2 health. And it was interesting that the poison didn't really take away the health. This is the biggest mistake I did in the game, is that I just went directly underneath it instead of just going on top of the train over there, which would put my assault higher and increase the percentage on the shot. This way, I think it only went up to 50, but it could have been about 68 or 65. It was, you know, less than 50, it was 49. So that was pretty bad. But if I had gun and I missed, and if I had gun on the top of the train, I think I could have turned the entire game around. But I didn't do that. But that also means that his squad is not superior in a sense, because if I had played mine a bit better, then the outcome could have been a bit different. So the second assault then finally does what the first one was supposed to do. And gets closer, and you can see that the percentage goes up to 65 instead of compared to 49 before. And it doesn't mean that necessarily if the first one went up on top of the train, get the same result, and would, the shot would land. But you know, it was 16% more, and that was definitely worth doing and much better than what I did. Okay, so the Thin Man goes down. The medic takes him down, and so it's more or less the same thing. One of the assaults is pretty close to death, and I think this sectoid may be taking him out. No, not this sectoid. Is the Cyberdix taking him out? I don't remember who takes out that assault. Maybe no one takes out the assault. No, it is the Cyberdix, isn't it? See, that was very wise of him to move away, because he is down to half his health, and 2 assaults are quite close by. If they both survive this turn, then he would definitely lose the Cyberdisc, and then he doesn't really have much else in his team. I think that's kind of the vulnerability of Yee's squad, that just one expensive unit then should deal all the damage. What he has going for him are those little drones that will heal him throughout the game, while my guys are slowly dying of poison. Okay, I think I'm gonna try now to take down the Cyberdisc, but it's a bit too late already, because he started healing himself. But this one has still running gun left, and here my hope is that I'll do enough critical to shoot it down. And interestingly enough, I think this is the second time it comes very close. Like 69%, because he's lower. And see, I died to 10 damage. If I'd done 11, then he would be dead. But it didn't really go that way. And then with that 1 health bar remaining, I take a shot with this smoke jumper. It's 40%, which is not very nice, but you know, it's a chance. And we take it and we miss. Then I'm trying to, I think, with this medic to finally deliver the final blow. Move over there, and he sees no one as far as I remember. But what I realized at that time is that this guy can be saved, because he just suffered critical wound. He's not actually dead. So instead of going into Overwatch, I move him closer to the wounded comrade, so I can revive him. I just had some trouble there moving him, so I can revive him next turn. And that turn goes to Yeii. So that was the second time with the assault that we came very close to shooting down the cyber disc. But at this point I'm out of drugs, and I think, yeah, he just comes nearer.
They're trying to flank us.
And then the assault, who is out of drugs, goes down together with my hopes. Well, not really, because I still have that guy kind of half dead lying over there. And I think at this point Yeii realizes what I'm up to, and he's trying to take out the medic. There's another sectoid left. Okay, he uses the drone to heal the cyber disc, and okay, so this drone, this sectoid lands a shot. It's my turn again, and the poison is still killing my guys. And now what are we doing? The other one. Yes, there we go. So, healing. Some sexual healing going on over there. And the guy's up, but obviously you cannot use the unit you just revived into use it in the next turn. And it's quite risky, obviously. That you may lose him again. And then this guy is kind of useless to me because he doesn't see anyone. He's just stuck on the other side of the train, and he still doesn't see anyone, doesn't he? No. So I'll probably put him in Overwatch. So predictable I am to myself. And he continues healing his cyber disc, which should be up by 2 was 1, then it was 4, and I think it's 7 health now, and further and further away to being killed by me. But the sectoids are not doing that well in terms of taking down these two guys. Well, so far anyway. I think this one lands a shot, yeah, but the guy survives, and I was like, yes, I can still run up to that dish and try to kill it again. But a funny thing happens, which is supposed to happen right now, like right about now, maybe. There we go. And the funny thing is the unit was still poisoned, and that 1 health is subtracted for some reason. I think because poison didn't work its way through, even though it finished with the other unit, and this one was kind of out of the game. As soon as it came back to the game, the poison started ticking down again. So all that reviving was a bit of a waste. And from this point on, you probably understand that everything just goes down the hill. So I'm just gonna speed this one up, and you can enjoy a sort of a Benny Hill-esque demise of Firewater Gasoline. And thanks for watching, and enjoy Benny Hill. Bye.